Jan Brock.
Present. All of those.
Paul Gleason, excused. Knut Timpty, excused. Craig Breitspecker.
Here.
Stephen Knott.
Present.
Okay, approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Jim Benage, second by Craig Breitspecker to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? So moved. Public input. Anyone wishing to give public input, please step to the podium. State your name, address. You have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Rick Christensen. I'm the owner of Gasoline Alley Toys and Antiques on 110 3rd Avenue South on Alaska, right behind David Ray's new restaurant. I came basically tonight just for some clarification, and I did get that from both Jared and Katie. My concern was I'd been informed multiple times by Mr. Scogan that his intention was to close the alley behind my property. And when I saw the zoning for the 2 properties that bordered the alley, I just wanted to come in and voice my concern. Jared and Katie did say that this is just for the zoning of those properties, not involving the alley, but they did ask me to at least continue on with my concerns that we've had. And first, I'd like to, congratulate Dave and Barb. It's been a great addition to the neighborhood. Very, very successful. I think it's in the long haul. It's going to be good for the neighborhood. I just want to make sure that we're not doing it at the expense of the neighborhood. There have been some issues that we've come up, we've dealt with. Myself and Sue Colvey are having some parking problems with our private parking lots. Sue has been in contact with Jared as far as some signage issues that so what to do. We have a game plan for that. That was one of the reasons why my concern came up with the alley, though, was because of our limited in and out access. If Dave wanted to close the alley behind my property, that meant egress only one way out. In the last 4 business days, the alley on either the south, north end of whatever the parking lot has been blocked 18 times in the course of at least over 15 minutes at a time, making it very difficult for the parking issues. Thus, if one end of the alley was closed, almost impossible if the delivery truck's coming and going. Sanitation used the alley, Xcel Energy, the utilities use the alley, many things, my biggest concern was the artist rendering for the rezoning tonight didn't show the alley, so I was just, kind of concerned about the alleyway and the property around it. So that's really all I have to say. I don't have a problem with the rezoning of the actual property. We're just trying to work the bugs out in the neighborhood, and I think the long run it's going to be awesome for the rest of us around there. Just need to keep an open line of communication, I think, with everybody, and hopefully keep it working. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to give public input?
Hi, my name is Stacy Howden, and I am speaking on the topic of the Onalaska United Methodist Church expansion. I want to express some points and feelings on that matter. I am a homeowner in this area that is affected by that expansion. We moved to this area because it is a nice area. It is between an elementary school, a high school, and a middle school. It's in a safe region. The taxes are half the price of La Crosse and Holman houses on average when we looked for them. And on a nice day out, you can walk around, and it's very nice, and it's a very nice place to raise children, which is why we bought our house in the place we did. I feel that to ask about 38 properties, and I counted on the map, to move and adjust their lives so that way a church can expand is very imposing and rude. How in good conscience can the church ask 30-plus homeowners to pack everything up, all the houses they have memories in, go through the house hunt process, the paper process, and then go all over through the moving process again and feel like that is the right thing to do? This effect is unmeasurable, and it will change the community. I'm also offended as a Christian myself that the community will see a church shoving people out of their houses and thinking that that is what churches do. In the past, churches have tried to do this before, but does not make it right. And that is not how I want anyone to view a church ever. So, in summary, I support churches growing. However, if the church is running out of room, they should do what other families do and move to a bigger house that's in a different location. Just because it is their problem that they are growing does not mean that they have the right to impose on everyone else. That is not fair, nor do I feel that is a godly move. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have volume control on there? Or it's up there? Okay, it's just... Okay, thank you. Anyone else wishing to give public input? Second call, anyone wishing to give public input? Third and final call, anyone wishing to give public input? That portion is now closed. Consideration and possible action on the following items. Public hearing. Consideration of a rezoning request filed by Skogenheim LLC, 3800 Emerald Drive East, Onalaska, Wisconsin, 54650, to rezone parcels at 209 Irvin Street and 2nd Avenue South from Neighborhood Business B1 District to Public Semi-Public P1 District for the purpose of expanding Dash Park and constructing related amenities. Tax parcels number 18-100-0 and 18-98-1. Katie?
Thank you. So the properties within 250 feet include a variety of businesses, multifamily housing, single-family residences, a private park, and public lands. The comprehensive plan identifies this area as a downtown mixed-use district, which is to have pedestrian-focused development and a mix of uses, including residential, personal service, commercial, institutional, and civic uses. As noted previously, the properties in question are zoned neighborhood business B1, and the intention is to incorporate these two parcels into the current Dash Park. That has a zoning district of P1, which is public and semi-public. And in order to merge those parcels together, they all have to be the same zoning district, which is why we're going through the rezoning process this evening. Prior to any demolition activities, the property owner will be required to obtain any and all necessary permits. Before construction can occur, they are also required to amend their existing site plan for Dash Park on file, which is intended to occur this week. As a public hearing should be held, testimony should be considered before deciding. City staff put together 7 conditions of approval tied to this development.
Thank you. Okay, I'll open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak in favor?
We already did the public hearing. Oh.
Excuse me?
We're good.
Okay. Second call, anyone wishing to speak in favor? Third and final call, anyone wishing to speak in favor? That portion of the public hearing is now closed. Those wishing to speak in opposition? Second call, those wishing to speak in opposition? Yours is next.
The next agenda.
This isn't yours. Okay. That's okay. Third call, third and final call, anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Okay, that portion is now closed. The public hearing is closed. What is the wish of the commissioners?
I will make a motion to grant the rezoning request with the 7 conditions recommended by staff.
I'll second.
Motion made by Craig, seconded by Stephen to approve the rezoning with the 7 stated conditions. Jared?
Just as a clarification for the comment that we received tonight during public input, this is for the property that is currently private property owned at the site. Any alterations to the 20-foot right-of-way that the alley is used for would take further action at a future point by the Board of Public Works. So this would be just for the private property that is outside the alley right-of-way.
Yep. Thank you. Jim?
Katie, during when you were reading for the item number 4 on the agenda, you said 2 parcels. Is it 2 or just 1?
It is technically 2 parcels. One is very, very small. Just
nothing
north
on that
of,
particular.
It's an easement area for access, and then where the actual spillway is located is the second larger parcel.
Thank you.
Jan?
Both those parcels on the tax roll now, and will both of them come off, or just the one that where the?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yep, will eventually go off the tax roll if and when it comes to the city. But for now, it will be public or private.
Mr. City Administrator, you have any comments? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, hearing none. Those in favor of the rezoning with the 7 conditions signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? So moved. Item 5, public hearing. In consideration of a general development plan for a downtown planned unit development DPUD application filed by Jeffrey Morehouse of Onalaska United Methodist Church, 212 4th Avenue North, Onalaska, Wisconsin 54650, for the purpose of expanding United Methodist Church, utilizing a 3-phased approach that will include the following parcels located at 212 4th Avenue North, 222 4th Avenue North, 412 Locust Street, 418 Locust Street, 213 5th Avenue North, 415 King Street. Parcels 18-229-0, 18-228-0, 18-233-0, 18-234-0, 18-232-0, and 18-231-0. Excuse me. Katie?
Thank you. To address the comment that was made during the public comment period, I'm assuming when you had referred to the 38 properties, you were looking at the map that was mailed to you. So that map just shows all the properties that were notified of the potential development. The church is not pushing out the neighborhood. They're not buying those properties. That's just who is all within 250 feet because we're trying to inform the neighborhood of the potential development. The potential development is only on the church property. They're not going beyond their properties. So just to address that. So you're welcome. So I'll go into the staff report.
Okay, is that your report?
Nope, that was just addressing the comment.
Okay, now, why don't you give us your report?
All right, thank you. The existing zoning of the properties tonight are single-family residential and public and semi-public districts. The comprehensive plan identifies these properties as downtown mixed-use district and institutional district, which intended for a mixture of uses including residential, personal service, commercial, institutional, and civic uses. The downtown planned unit development request is to facilitate a 3-phase development to the Onalaska United Methodist Church located at 212 4th Avenue North. The properties in question are all owned by United Methodist Church, and the alley that separates those parcels is in the process of being vacated, with the land going back to United Methodist Church. Phase 1 of the development includes providing better access to the facility with a covered canopy entrance, a new vestibule, and bathrooms to serve guests. Phase 2 of the development includes moving the existing fellowship hall to the main floor to be on the same level as the sanctuary, allowing for additional lower level entrance and classroom space. Phase 3 of the development includes repurposing the single-family homes on their property. The next phase of this will include a final implementation plan. That will only be accounting for phases 1 and 2. Phase 3 will have its own final implementation plan in the future. According to the applicant, it's estimated that phases 1 and 2 will have a construction value of $3.5 million, and the significant community services offered by United Methodist Church are increasingly beneficial to the public and the community members. Phase 1 is expected to begin construction in 2018, Phase 2 in 2025, and Phase 3 in 2030. A downtown planned unit development has been requested. It can be used as a customary zoning district and supersedes any underlying zoning district. You need to have a minimum of a 1/4 acre of land, and this development exceeds the minimum standard. This is the first development that we've had that's going to be using this new tool that was recently adopted by the Common Council, and I wanted to commend Mr. Morehouse on his application. It was very detailed and laid out, as you can see in the packet that you have before you, so he did a wonderful job, and I wanted to note that for the record that it was a pleasure reviewing this application. So, to continue on with the review of his. The proposed permitted uses were detailed out by the applicant. There's a very detailed list in the actual letter itself, including a summary of single-family dwellings, community living arrangements, multifamily dwelling, including senior housing and other special needs housing, family daycare nurseries, preschool centers, school-age daycare, food-related services, retail use like a stationery store, a gift shop, a bookstore, an artist studio, personal services such as a music and dance studio, professional office, or a medical clinic, cultural uses, club fraternity user, church and place of worship, educational facility, open space, manufacturer processing, packaging of confection and jewelry, public facility, and parking facilities. No conditional uses were set forth for this particular development. So the standards that we looked at in terms of density of the effect on adjacent parcels is the major change includes the removal of one of the single-family residences that is on the property today, which will facilitate phase 1. Properties north, west, and east of the proposed development are all single-family residential dwellings, in addition to a parking lot owned by the United Methodist Church. Those south of the project include City Hall, our parking lot, and a funeral home. We considered the adequacy of public services and infrastructure. This project, as mentioned, includes the vacation of the alleyway. Existing utilities, water, and sewer are sufficient for phases 1 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1 will include a new water service that will be able to provide for a fire sprinkler system, which is going to be part of phase 2 development. The architectural renderings for the final project are included in the packet. They will require site plan review, and architecture is considered as part of that. The addition appears to complement the existing architecture of the church. Phases 1 and 2 are possible by vacating the alley, which allows the additions to occur in a manner that's appropriate to the surrounding development. The overall development will include some new green space between the church building and the parking area in place of the residence. It's located at 215 15th Avenue North, which will be demolished. There's a play area on the eastern side of the church, and there will be some additional green spaces, and all of the existing green space around the perimeter of the facility is proposed to remain. They are requesting specific setbacks. Each structure will have one street designated as a front with a 25-foot setback. All other sides will not be considered the front, even if they abut a street. Side yard setbacks have a minimum of 5 feet and a 0-foot setback for rear yards. In order to ensure that structures and pavements are not 100% occupying the site, they propose to include a total maximum building area, including canopies, of 40%. The total parking and drive areas shall not exceed 30% of the site. So they're definitely not proposing a 100% overall of impervious surface on the site. They're also proposing a parking garage credit for every required parking space that is relocated to below grade parking, either under created green space or below the building footprint, the allowable building footprint may be increased by 625%. So it's a bit of a trade. The overall proposed height of the structure is 3 stories, not including the basement or parking structures that may be partly or fully below grade. The church steeple, the overall height is 65 feet. However, it would be designed to fit into the architecture of the building. Concerning environmental design, the purpose of the phases is to provide ADA accessibility to the public, and they've been designed to accommodate the unique slope and elevation changes that are currently found on the site. Overall, the proposed open space is 30%, which provides for general green space, playground and shelter space, and biofilters that serve stormwater purposes on site. Parking on site is proposed to be a minimum of 36 parking stalls without exceeding the proposed parking and maximum pavement of 30% of the site. There are approximately 66 parking stalls serving this facility, including those that are currently on site and the adjacent parking lot that is not part of this particular development. There are no new public utilities proposed. The entire block is served by sidewalks, and there's multiple connections to those sidewalks throughout the site. The site plan does indicate landscaped area. There's 1 ash tree on site, which will be replaced as part of the development. They are requesting particular sign rules. Currently, there are 3 monument-style signs existing at the facility, which are intended to remain. They may be updated in reconstruction in their current locations, providing the following occur. The character of the sign remain consistent with building architecture. The foundation of any replacement not to exceed the existing foundation by more than 10%. Signs not closer to any adjacent right-of-way than the existing sign, and any sign reconstruction shall be made to comply with the physical conditions of our sign ordinance, which has been modified during this process, so we're going to make sure that these two talk to one another throughout. So included in the packet is the applicant's letter, the current uses of the property, the proposed future uses of the property, building elevations, draft site plan, a phased development plan, proposed building floor plans, and the overall application packet. As a public hearing would be held, testimony should be considered before deciding on the general development plan. City staff have put forward 11 conditions of approval tied to this development.
How many?
11.
11, okay. You, Mr. City Administrator, you wanted to say? Okay, okay. Okay, we will move on with the public hearing. Those wishing to speak in favor, please step to the podium.
Good evening, I'm Jeff Morehouse, 1979 Sandalwood Drive, Onalaska, representing Onalaska United Methodist Church, 212 4th Avenue North. I am trustee chairperson. I would first like to say, I know Katie mentioned it, but apparently there's some misunderstanding regarding the rezoning and what that means to the surrounding neighbors. Certainly, the last thing the church would want to do is do any harm to the neighborhood. If our church was actually going to do that, I'd be on their side. We definitely are not interested in any harm to the neighborhood. We feel the addition that we're planning needs this rezoning in order to fit in with the property and the way we're doing this. Otherwise, we would just be going for a building permit, but this particular case, we need this rezoning. Just make sure I get the right here. Yeah, we're not pushing anyone out of their homes. Our project is specific to our site. It's on the property we already own. In fact, we're very intentionally keeping the development on the parking lot side interior to the property to the greatest extent that we can, so that it doesn't have any impact on the neighborhood. We've spent a long time planning this to make sure that it really had a small impact and was a good fit with the land that we have. It does involve phase 1, removing the one house. Phase 2 would require removing one of the other houses. Potentially, we're pretty sure it's okay, but again, the rezoning it makes that the rezoning will allow us to keep the red house until Phase 3, whenever that's determined. So again, a reason for the rezoning. But just want to assure everybody that we are not going to do anything to the neighborhood. We're not taking anybody's house. I am here to answer questions. All of the site planning, my firm is prepared, so I'm very familiar with it. So if you have questions about it, but we've, personally through the zoning code and all of the uses that we've selected in there, and very thoughtfully chose those to be compatible with what a church should be providing to the neighborhood. And so if you look through those, you'll see that there's nothing in there that wouldn't be realistic for us to do that would be a benefit and not do harm. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Second call, anyone wishing to speak in favor? Third and final call, anyone wishing to speak in favor? That portion is now closed. Is there any reading? I guess now I can close it. Pardon me? Okay. Right, but there's no positive emails? Okay. Those wishing to speak in opposition? Second call, anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Third and final call, anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Are there any letters? Okay, that portion is now closed. The public hearing is closed. What is the wish of the commission?
Make a motion to approve the general development plan for a downtown plan unit development. Application filed by Jeffrey Morehouse of the Onalaska United Methodist Church to include the 11 conditions.
Okay. Motion made by Jim Banash.
Second.
Seconded by Craig to approve the general development plan, DPUD, application filed by Jeffrey Morehouse on behalf of United Methodist Church. Discussion. Jim.
I know we had discussed this at the Subplan Commission, and one of the things we noted that the houses are presently owned by the church, but they are on the tax roll, and then as the time goes on, those houses will be removed and moved from the tax roll, but that's over a course of several years. So, and the alley right now is used by the church. It's not on the tax roll and will become part of the United Methodist Church, so it's not going to affect any city residents.
Craig?
Jeff, if I can quiz you just for a second, I think it's a wonderful project. My only concern, again, and I voiced this previously, is with the expansion to the east of the facility, it looks like you're going to be getting rid of a lot of parking places that currently exist in that back parking lot. True?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we're actually, the existing parking is not very efficient.
Okay.
When we do the modifications, I think we actually add, even in Phase 1, I think there's actually 2 more spaces than we have now. I think we go from 34 to 36.
That makes me feel better, because what I'm really concerned about, and it's not the church's problem, but it's just something that exists in that area, and that's exacerbating that parking along 4th Avenue North with that tricky intersection on Locust Street. And right now we see parking on both sides of the street, which really crowds things in, at times coming down through that corridor. And with increased traffic coming from the north side of town by residents who don't seem to want to use 35, and I can kind of understand why, it directs a lot of traffic down 4th Avenue North, and I don't want things to get out of control there. So, but there's nothing you can do about that. But I'm glad to hear that the parking will be preserved.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Jan?
2 questions. There's a parking lot to the east across King Street. Is that your parking lot too?
It's the church's, yep.
Okay. And then the second question I had was, the sprinkler system, I'm assuming, is going into the new portion of the church. Is it in the old portion
The
too?
way the rules are currently written, the Phase 1 addition, we're building a firewall in as part of that, so just this little, the Phase 1 is not going to be sprinklered, but we're bringing the service in. When we do Phase 2, we're sprinklering the entire building.
The old part?
Even the old part, yep. Yeah, it's there, it's in education and there's lots of people, so you do what you need to do. So it didn't make sense for this phase, but in the second phase, we're sprinklering the whole building.
Thanks.
Anyone else? Jared?
Just for clarification, the whole project here is bordered on the north by Locust Street, the east by 5th Avenue, the west and 4th Avenue and King Street. So all the rezoning, all of your work that you're going to be doing with this proposed development will stay within that block, if you will call it. So from discussions with the applicant, at this time they don't have any plans going outside that block. So just to clarify, can I give it a space if people are, sometimes we didn't bring a overhead tonight. We probably could have brought the map and put it on the overhead tonight to give everybody a little more clarification where exactly we were at. But that's the project tonight, is actually that block. So just wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Okay. Anyone else? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? So moved. Item 6, review and consideration of a request to extend the final plat submittal requirement for 1 year as requested by Dr. Leo Bronsted on behalf of French Valley LLC, 1202 County Road, PH, Suite 100, Onalaska for French Valley Neighborhood Plat. Tax parcels number 18-4480-0, 18-4481-0, 18-4482-1, 18-4485-0. Katie.
Thank you. I actually received a letter from the applicant that I'd like to read into the record, dated February 20th of 2018, regarding the French Valley Neighborhood Final Plat Extension Request. Dear Planning Commission, I plan to attend the February 27th meeting asking for consideration for the extension, but effectively request that you reschedule my appearance for March 27th, as I must leave on Tuesday the 27th to attend meetings in Washington, D.C. I appreciate your kind consideration on my behalf, as I realize you would like to discuss with me questions that you might have considering the final plat extension request that you are presented with. Hoping that you respectfully accept my continuance. Kind regards, Leo Bronston, Managed Member, French Valley, LLC. So he is essentially requesting to refer the matter for 30 days so he can appear.
I'd make a motion that we refer this to the next Plan Commission meeting.
Second that.
Very good.
She beat it into me.
Oh, I see. Okay, motion made by Craig and seconded by Jim or Stephen? Yep. Jim? To refer this to the next Plan Commission meeting. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? So moved. Item 7, review and consideration of a request by Pete Quackenboss of Home Depot to host an extended tent sale event in 2018 at 2927 Marketplace, Onalaska, Wisconsin. Tax parcel 18-3635-4.
Make a motion to approve the Home Depot extended tent sale in 2018 at 2927 Marketplace, Onalaska, Wisconsin.
I'll second.
Motion made by Jim Banash, seconded by Stephen Knott to approve the extended tent sale event. Request made by Pete Quackenboss of Home Depot. Katie?
Just like to add that we would condition the request on getting a tent permit for that, with a condition. If that could be added to the motion to include that.
That's a friend.
I'll amend that to the motion.
Friendly amendment, okay?
The permit be Received.
Okay, discussion, any other comment? Mr. City Administrator?
We've received the application, but not yet the check, so we wouldn't process it.
We add that as condition or just?
We wouldn't issue the permit until we have the check.
Okay, good. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? So moved.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Motion to adjourn by Jim Benosh, seconded by Craig. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions? We stand adjourned at 7:36. Thank you, everybody.
Just